Think about a Buddhist concept of living in the present, living in the now. So if triggers are living in the now, automations are living in the future. They're not really living their life to the fullest because they're living in the present, but projecting the future. In trying to keep up with this uploading schedule, today I'm not feeling so hot. I'm going to do my best today to explain the difference between triggers and automations in Zendesk. I noticed that you guys don't understand the difference very well between these, and this is what's actually causing a lot of bloat in your system. These business rules, when set up on top of each other with the best understanding of your Zendesk and customer experience, leads to have all this conflicting business rules and bloat, which causes backlog and slows your agents down. So in this video, we're going to look at what these are and some examples. The goal being that after viewing this video, you'll be less confused about the idea of, is this an automation or is this a trigger? My name is Dominic. I'm a customer experience guy. I've been a Zendesk consultant for the past 12 years. Myself and my team are Zendesk partners. We're a CX agency and we don't do anything else. Don't worry if you have a bloated system. This is the most common thing that people come to us to help them with. It's actually the reason we have a livelihood, being Zendesk consultants. In trying to keep up with this uploading schedule, today I'm not feeling so hot. But anyway, triggers. If something needs to happen right now, right when the ticket is created, right when you assign it to someone, right when a status changes, or when you mark it as an order ticket or a service inquiry, then that is a trigger. So let's go and look at an example. And we're going to go to Admin Center. Then we're going to go here in Objects and Rules, and we're going to scroll down in Business Rules and Triggers. You can also search it, but I like the old-fashioned way because I've been doing this for so long and there was no search bar until very recently. Let's create a trigger. It's going to be a very basic trigger to create, but it's very important if you use SLAs, so service level agreements. Service level agreements in Zendesk don't work unless the ticket has a priority assigned to it. We're going to create a trigger to assign priority normal to a ticket, right? So it automatically gets a priority normal and it gets assigned some time that you've assigned in SLAs. So first reply, next reply, resolution time, etc. So let's call this assign priority normal to any incoming ticket. I'm not going to add a description because the title is very descriptive anyway. Category, I'm going to choose this one, set, and this is part of a bigger lesson. And how you should think about organizing your triggers is set or setting properties to tickets. Then you have assign or assigning it to someone. And after that, you notify people about stuff because it has all the priorities, it's been assigned, and you send notifications to either the customer or your team, like, hey, there's a ticket for you, etc. All right, so in these conditions, I'm going to go to meet all of the conditions. I'm going to say ticket is created. Ticket is created. Very basic. I'm not going to go through the conditions and meet all and meet any because this is the beauty of actually building business rules in Zendesk. And I'd also divert too much from the goal of this video. I'm going to go to actions and I'm going to just search for priority and value normal. That's it. And then I just create this trigger and I'm done. Now, if we go back and see the conditions of this trigger, we're going to see that the ticket is created. So it happens right when a ticket is created, we assign the priority normal. There's no anything else attached to this. Now we can go as complex as we want. For example, we can say if a ticket is created and for a specific brand, I want to assign the priority normal because that's the only brand I want to use SLAs for. Let's go ahead and say brand is Kaido. And this happens, like for example, if a ticket is created and it's part of this brand, then it's going to have the priority normal. Let's go one step further. I want to say current user is end user. Now, what does this mean? This means that if a ticket is created and it's part of this brand and it's created by an end user, if it's created by an agent, I don't want any priority assigned to it because, it's an internal ticket, so why bother? Why would I add priority and skew my reporting when I have an internal task for myself? I created a ticket, I've assigned to myself or to my colleague, and I just want to, remember something to do in the system or to perform an action or to perform something else in another tool, etc. But this is an example of how you can go deeper into creating more complex triggers. Nevertheless, same principle applies. Ticket is created, it's part of this brand, and it's created by an end user or a customer of yours. And then assign a priority normal. Then and there, living in the moment. Think about a Buddhist concept of living in the present, living in the now. This is it. Triggers are living in the now. Okay, automations in Zendesk. This one is the same as triggers, so it has to have some sort of conditions, but it has to have a time component to it. And you might be thinking to yourself, but how do I know when to apply either one or the other? When, for example, I just want tickets that are a week old to just automatically close when I find them. And the devil is in the details. See what I just said there? I just want tickets that are a week old, time component, to be closed or to be solved whenever it finds them. So why should I care if it's an automation or a trigger? Well, in this case, because it has a time component to it. Be very careful when you express what you want to do. These business rules mean absolutely nothing unless you just express it verbally. What do you want? Why do you want it? And then, when you express it, if you put it down on a pen and paper, you'll see if it should happen right then and there or if there's a component to it. So if triggers are living in the now, automations are living in the future. They're not really living their life to the fullest because they're living in the present, but projecting the future. I don't know, man. I have a bad cold and probably have jelly brain. So anyway, let's go and see an example of an automation. So same as before, I go to admin center, and in business rules, I go to automations. And we're just going to look at an example. Oh, look, if client doesn't reply within 6 days, solve ticket. Let's click this and look at how it has been created. So look, the ticket status category or status, whatever, is pending. All right, so it's in status pending. Hours since it has been in pending, calendar is greater than 144. This is the time component. This means that if it has been in the status pending for longer than 6 days, privacy ticket has public comments. This is also a condition that you find in triggers as well. It means that if it has public comments and internal comments, if it's an internal comment, it means that an agent created it, so we should just skip it. If it has public comment, it means it is coming from an end user, a customer of yours. It doesn't contain a tag, and then it contains a tag. This is exactly how you'd build it out in a trigger as well. The only difference is, yes, the UI. This is a very old UI, by the way. I remember this from back in the day. They haven't updated the UI for some reason. I don't know why, but they're still using this old one, which I don't like as much. The only difference is this one, the hours since has been in pending. It's longer, greater than 144. And then I have some meet any conditions. I'm not going to insist on that. Perform these actions is the status is solved, and then add a tag, no CS. But do you see the difference? I mean, yes, the UI is a little bit different. It's just that time component inserted into it. So there you have it, the difference between triggers and automations. I hope this made sense. I hope I've explained it well enough. I will make another video. If not, let me know in the comments. I'm never sure because, this is how things make sense in my head. You might be different, so I can try and explain it in a different way. But just to recap, they are both business rules. They both function exactly the same. The only difference is there's a time component, 2 automations, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you need help with removing some of the bloat and making your system more efficient so your agents are more productive and your customers are tended to faster so they're happier and they come back and buy more from you, or you want to see reports to see how the customer experience is doing, reach out. Happy to help. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.